Welcome, beautiful souls. Okay, so you're here because you've been breadcrumbed, ghosted, and it feels like you've been abandoned very suddenly by your perceived twin soul. You were dating for quite a while and it was evolving beautifully, but now they have other plans. And you have been considering, could they possibly have a condition called romantic narcissistic disorder? Now, subscribe for all the other videos, what I've told you, how to cope, how to get through what's going to happen in the next few months. I've given you all the coping strategies, I hope, and I hope I've given you hope as well. Told you about the cycle and the traits. Today, we're going to talk about how the romantic narcissist, you know about the love bombing, you know about how they get you to fall in love with them. This is about how they basically shelve you and collect you. Now, once you fall in love with the romantic narcissist, you are high on love hormones. You are high on love and you're addicted to love. And the addiction to love due to the hormones feels like you're obsessed by the narcissist. You're in love with them. Now, this obsession eventually goes away once the hormones leave your body. Okay, so really the romantic narcissist's love that they get for them is short term because they never really fulfill any complete, genuine relationship. It evades them. They just go around the same mountain, unfortunately, again and again and again. So for you, once you're down from the hormones, you'll return to normal. But at the moment, you're going through mourning and grieving, and you long for that thing, that soul mate that you perceived this person was. And that's due to the mirroring, which I discussed in another video. So you'll fall in love. They've now skipped off, and in most common cases, they've skipped off now to another love project because you were the love project. That all people are just love projects to see if they can snare them, hook them, collect them. This is how it seems to be in most cases. Some people are kept. Now, it's not sure why they're kept. Generally, it's because they're probably more soft-hearted, more gentle, more, dare I say it, gullible. They could have their own love issues. They don't really love or respect themselves enough. Now, saying that though, the narcissist has actually fooled many beautiful, intelligent women. If you watch a program, I think it's on YouTube, and it's called The Romantic Narcissist. His name's McHamish. And it shows how he made and snared women fall in love with him. And they were very intelligent business women. And they were kept. So I don't know what the real reason is why some women are kept and others are disregarded. But quite often as well, they're disregarded and then brought back again. And that's called re-idolization. Yeah, and then maybe they could be kept from that point on. And it's the pull-push, on-off dynamic that kind of creates the addiction to the narcissist. Anyway, so you've been breadcrumbed, you have been ghosted, they've skipped off, like I say, which we believe to another love source. Sometimes love sources don't always have to be sexual or romantic. They can be just people that the narcissist is getting hooked in with. It could be a successful businessman. It could be somebody who the narcissist is benefiting from. Okay? So, you now are in the fetal position and you're longing for that person to be physically with you. But I say they have other plans. They've skipped off. They barely look back. But the weird thing is, they may not be there physically, but most of the time, I talk to hundreds of people asking me for help, and what I seem to see a lot is the romantic narcissist never really seems to go away. They constantly texting, they're messaging, and the messages sometimes can be a little bit bizarre. You're like, what are you talking about? They might say really strange things, like randomly, I'm sorry I never made you happy. I'm sorry I was never enough for you. And of course, the genuine soul is left, I loved you, we were getting on brilliantly, everything was evolving. What are you talking about? It's really weird. They'll say they miss you, random stuff along these lines, but they don't ever seem to come back physically until they're quite ready, until they've finished with the other love project. And at that point, that person will be devalued and disregarded. And at that point, they may come back to another love source. Okay? So, say you're in the fetal position, you're longing, you're having to mourn, you're having to grieve, you're having to come down from the love addiction. Very unpleasant. It's very unpleasant. So I've given you lots of coping strategies to get through this. Now, what the narcissist does is they have lots of love sources, lots of projects, and they shelve them, they collect them. If you imagine a shelf with all these people in fetal position, and then they just randomly message each one in turn. Sometimes some will answer, sometimes they won't, some are in no contact. And I don't think no contact really bothers the romantic narcissist that much, because remember, they don't feel empathy and love the way genuine souls do. It's almost like there's a void there. They do a good job of pretending and showing that they have these feelings, but it's been proven that they don't. And this is from the caregiver when they were children, not showing them empathy and love and care. That's one reason. But this is weird. They say another reason could be that the child was very, very spoilt and prized. So they think that they are the bee's knees and everyone should treat them in this marvellous way, and they just deserve the best of everything without really having to put the work in to get it. Because what the narcissist does with each project comes as naturally as breathing. You honestly cannot compete with a narcissist, so just do not bother. And do not bother trying to save them either. They cannot be saved. So when I was going to say you're narcissist, but Lord above, nobody wants to own a narcissist. So just remember this next time person that hooked you and snared you and shelved you messages you and texts you, just imagine what he's doing. And for your reference as well, there's something called Dirty John. It's on Netflix. It gives you a perfect example of how this Dirty John just goes round all of his shelved love projects and just, as a good old drink, has a line of cocaine and just messages each and every one till he gets a catch. So, yes, beautiful souls, you'll get through this. You will get through this, and you have your best life to live, because when you're going through this recovery, getting away from this narcissist, you're going to work on self-love, you're going to do self-love affirmations, you're going to do meditation, hypnosis, going to go for a nice jog when you're in that dreadful jittery state. So your best life is yet to come. And one day you will wake up and suddenly you'll realise that you didn't think about them first thing in the morning. You didn't think about them before you went to sleep. And there you will move forward to meet another genuine soul who will give you a genuine, long-lasting, committed, beautiful, proper relationship that won't have your mind scrambled like the narcissist does. It's just horrendous having to deal with them. And the sad thing is, really, the narcissist creates the thing that they want least, because most genuine souls end up getting down from the love hormones, recovering, and really having no respect for that person whatsoever. And it's so sad, because if only the romantic narcissist could get help and could stop disregarding people, and just, they could create love, they could create a beautiful relationship. But unfortunately, that's not how they are. Your best life is yet to come.